Hello everybody, it's Tom and Jerry Fan 64 here. It's now time to do a movie review to a Roland Emmerich film that was just released on HBO Max earlier today. And the movie I'm going to be reviewing is Moonfall. And a lot of people seem to hate this movie, and I don't think this is a very good movie, but this movie is good but not great. I actually kind of liked this movie, and I'm kind of afraid to admit it, but this is far from Roland Emmerich's best work. It's definitely a terrible movie, but it's a guilt. I don't know what to say, but this is a guilty pleasure, an extreme guilty pleasure. This is definitely Roland Emmerich's weakest film since Independence Day Resurgence, but I think this movie is not as bad as Independence Day Resurgence. That's easily Roland Emmerich's worst movie he ever made. And I didn't really mind 10,000 BC, even though that film still sucks to this day. But I will get 10,000 BC for the collection, and I will get this movie for the collection. And this movie's not going to be for everybody, but this was still a decent enough movie. It kept me entertained the entire ride. I was not expecting much from this, because I was very hesitant on watching this movie, but I decided to pop it in on HBO Max. It was good, but not great. It might not make my top 20 list. I actually enjoyed this movie, actually. This was not a bad movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a guilty pleasure, an extreme guilty pleasure. This movie is not a horrible movie. It's not one of the worst movies I've seen, but it's far from one of the best. It's definitely one of the weakest movies of this year. And this movie I didn't like as much as Midway. That movie is far better than this one. But I think Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry are pretty decent in the movies. I thought their performances were really good. And I did like Donald Sutherland, but even though this is far from my favorite Halle Berry performance, this is far from my favorite Halle Berry performance. I know a lot of people say that her best performance is Monsters Ball, which I do hope to watch sometime. This is far from Halle Berry's best movie, and this is definitely Patrick Wilson's weakest film. No offense to Patrick Wilson. I thought Patrick Wilson, the main people I liked in this movie besides Donald Sutherland were Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry. They were really good together. This is far from my favorite Patrick Wilson movie. I can't wait. Speaking of Patrick Wilson, he's going to be directing the new Insidious movie that comes out in July of next year. And sorry about the constant interruptions. I got two emails from Facebook. But I'll look at those at the end of the video. So yeah, this was a pretty decent movie. So yeah, I'm going to give Moonfall a 7 out of 10 stars. And I'm going to give it a C. It's not one of the worst movies in the world. I didn't hate this movie, unlike most people. But I think, in my personal opinion, the worst movies of 2022, the worst movie of 2022, period, is the latest Ice Age. That one sucked. And I didn't really care for, and I do have an announcement about the Cheaper by the Dozen 2022 movie. I've actually changed my opinion on that one. That one is not a very good movie. But Cheaper by the Dozen 2022 is not going on my worst movies of the year list. But I think, Ice Age, the Adventures of Buck Wild was the only movie that I saw this year that was bad. But that's probably going to change after I watch Morbius. I'm thinking about watching Morbius, but I'm still very hesitant on watching Morbius, but we'll see. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to give Moonfall a 7 out of 10 stars and C+. And I do recommend this if you're a Roland Emmerich fan, but a lot of you guys will be disappointed at the premise, but I do like movies about astronauts and people going to the moon. I do like movies like that, so that's why I decided to watch this movie. So yeah, that is it for my review to the movie Moonfall, in which I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're generous enough, please consider leaving a like on this video and subscribe, plus it really helps out. And I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, everybody. Adios. Have a good day. Peace out.